I'm John Kovach. I'm a newspaper editor. I'm a radio announcer. I'm a high school football coach. And since I was old enough to stand on the side of a stream next to my dad, I've been an angler. I've fished with bait, lures, and flies. I've fished with spinning gear, fly rods, jigging poles, and tip-ups. I've stood on ice, waded rapids, and been tossed about the deck of a boat. And I want you to love fishing, be it fresh as much as I do, no matter what the quarry, no matter the tactics, no matter the chosen tackle. Welcome to Yankee Fisherman. Good Thursday afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop on the HAN Network. John Kovach with you, with a lot of news that's happened in the angling world since we were last live with you. One of the big things to do was just to our south off Long Island. In June, we had Chris Fisher, founder of Osearch, on to talk about Expedition New York and their search to prove that this area south of Long Island, east of New Jersey, is a birthing ground for great white sharks. We were fortunate enough to get the opportunity to spend a day on the Osearch vessel with them as they did this. We were also fortunate enough to, when a group of students walked out on the dock to take the launch out to the boat, notice the Brunswick shirt that one of them was wearing. And yes, indeed, this was a group from Brunswick School in Greenwich, right here in the heart of the HAN network. We got to spend some time with them, watch what they were doing, talk to their teachers, and this is just the start of and what the Brunswick students did in relation to that. I will tell you up front, it was a very windy day, so the sound might be, there might be some things here and there where it might be hard to hear just because of the wind. But we're going to be doing more on this, and we're very excited and to extend this opportunity for this learning experience. Let's go out to the Osearch. All right, so you came all the way down from Brunswick School in Greenwich to be on the Osearch. How'd that opportunity come about?
The difference is like
we started speaking with a parent who works with Osearch. He very supportive of us bringing students out. So we spoke with Fernanda and Ami and Chris Fisher and everybody in order to get the students out here to actually see what research is like. Because where we're from, where we work, a lot of kids are in financial stuff, like financial aspect of the world. And we're very avid scientists and researchers and wanted to show students what it's actually like to be out here in the field.
One of the board members of Osearch, this guy in New York City, his son goes to school there. And he said, hey, we'll go speak out at the school. And I speak at schools and I love it. It's all for the kids, right? I mean, everything we do here is for the future. And so I speak at schools a lot. I love it the most. I try to get the kids all jacked up and inspired. And I went and spoke at Brunswick, had a great time. Obviously, a blue chip operation. And they had a marine biology component to the school, and some of the kids needed to do some summer work. And we engaged with them and said, hey, why don't we formalize that, right? Why don't we get half a dozen kids or so out here for a week while we're on expedition and allow them to integrate with the real science, with their schoolwork and the school science, and have them kind of become the voice of high school kids doing real work, speaking to other high school kids about it. So it's, kids speaking to kids. That's a whole different Twitter universe than the one I'm in, or most adults are in, and to have a blue chip voice like that in that space, and kids working with kids and helping kids get it, because soon it'll be their turn to manage the resource, right? So it was just the right thing to do, and it's fun. I love having the kids on the ship.
Now, are a lot of these students interested in marine sciences, or?
we actually brought a mix of kids with us because we wanted to, not just, we seeded the program with kids that we knew would appreciate coming on the trip and that we knew would be into the science. We have 4 research kids who are in our research program and who are familiar with conducting their own independent research. We have a couple of hardcore bio kids who love the life sciences and marine science, and we brought a whole mixture of kids.
And what are they getting out of this that they wouldn't get out of the classroom? There's got to be a ton.
I think the biggest thing from our perspective, or at least from mine, is just meeting these scientists, hearing their stories, seeing what they've come through, seeing why they're doing this. We're talking with Chris Fisher, just the passion that he has for this it's unparalleled. You can watch a video about it, but when you see them in person, actually see what they're doing, see them catching the sharks, working on them, handling them, it's a total eye-opening experience.
The kids are really sensitive and in touch with people's stories and how things came about, and educational policy and thought that how we teach kids has shifted a lot. It shifts, ebbs and flows in all different kinds of directions. But unless you give kids authentic experiences where they can actually see what it is like to be a marine biologist, see what it is like to wait for a shark, or all the collaborative nature of things, you can teach them all the bio you want, and they're never going to remember anything but the word mitosis. You have to show them other things and show them. So maybe they don't find marine science as their passion, but they find something else that they're passionate about, and that carries through. In a very corny way, it really makes the world a better place because people are passionately pursuing their interests and helping everybody else at the same time.
Now, are you here just today, or are you going to be out here?
We planned a week-long trip, so we're here through Saturday. Albert and I were both on the boat in Jacksonville when they were there in March, which was great to kind of get the feel of the boat and the scientists and what we would do with the kids if we didn't catch anything for 7 days. So we bought all this gear that we can do all kinds of labs and stuff with them, but so much of it, like Oliver mentioned, is just complete submersion in the research process and talking to other adults who are catching stuff, and they each have their own little brand of science. It's really important.
As they found out they were going to be going on this trip, did they get more fired up and kind of spread the word of Osearch and what they were going to be doing to their classmates?
I think that's the hope of this program or this trip, is to have them get fired up about it. So we hand-selected these 7 students to come on this trip, and I don't think we had anybody say no. I mean, this is an opportunity that they all jumped at, and Osearch did come into our school and give an assembly, so everyone kind of knows about what's going on out here and is in awe of all these sharks and the stuff that they're actually doing on board. So I think these kids are going to have a really cool first-hand experience with it and share that with their classmates when they come back.
Yeah, it's very powerful when you're a young person and you get a message from another young person. All of our young people in the world are just, a lot of their information comes from adults and comes with. But when you have someone who is in their own generation or just a few months apart from them in age, and they're saying, dude, you should see what is going on out there, or you should see this thing that we caught, or do you know that we're still finning in the United States, or do you know that we've never caught a male great white on the coast of the northeast? It's important. I mean, they're all here right now. We almost banned their phones to bring them, but they're tweeting and talking to their friends and sending pictures of themselves, and then those people talking about that at dinner, and it just kind of spreads the word. And when we get back, they're going to be making movies and doing assemblies of their own. So even though Chris, he's the best and he's so passionate, the message is now going from kid to kid to kid to kid. And that's really powerful.
Awesome stuff. Guys, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So a few days after we were out with Osearch and with the group from Brunswick, Osearch did something really cool. They posted it on Facebook and their other social media, which they do a tremendous job with. I was very moved and very excited to see this. This is a video from Osearch that we're going to show you right now.
Been working to try to figure out how to engage high school kids more and speak in their language and really open up that whole community. So we partnered with the Brunswick High School out of Greenwich, Connecticut. When we came here, we thought we'd probably maybe catch one.
white. It's a baby white.
There he goes. Yeah, Hudson. Good luck, Omar. Yeah, Manhattan. And I desperately wanted to be able to name a shark for the high school kids that were out on the ship. They were with us for a week piloting a high school project with Osearch for their summer marine biology credits. And these boys were world class. Just taking it out every day, helping where they could, learning from the scientists, creating content. And so we wanted to name a shark for them so bad, but if we had only one or two, you know, we had to give that to the people of New York. But we got enough now that we want to hook our friends from Brunswick. So this shark is Brunswick. You know, for Dana, for Oliver, for all the students, we loved having you on this ship, and we can't wait till we do it again. Brunswick.
And thanks to Osearch for that video, and thanks to Osearch for naming Brunswick. We're going to have a lot more on Expedition New York, what they discovered, how anglers were involved in it, how important the science that they're doing to save the great white shark and the other species of shark is to the health of the world we live in the coming weeks on Yankee Fisherman. We're going to step out. When we come back, we're going to go check out the situation on the Farmington River, where it's been hot, it's been dry, yet there are some spots to catch fish on Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop. Warm weather, light breezes, boats are in the water. There's no better place to celebrate summer than the Dock Shop. Whether in Darien at 51 Tokenique Road or Westport at 609 Riverside Avenue, the Dock Shop is where you'll find everything you need to kick off summer. From the latest summer apparel to the newest fishing tackle, the Dock Shop will help you get the most out of your next beach day or harbor cruise. At the Dock Shop, you'll find a wonderful selection of items made in the USA and right here in New England, all with a distinct nautical flair. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the coastal lifestyle, this is a unique place to shop. DockShop.com.
Walter Stewart's Market in New Canaan is your time-saving local shopping destination for the best of spring. Find many of your favorite products, from great specials on everyday items to the freshest organic produce, artisanal cheeses, and grass-fed steaks. Drop off your knives to be sharpened, grab a beautiful bouquet of spring flowers, and stop in next door for a wine tasting. Plus, their personable staff is always ready to lend a helping hand. So stop in to Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street today, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
Hi, this is Leo Carl from Carl Chevrolet in New Canaan, and you've heard me talk about the Chevy Volt for years. The new model gets 53 miles on EV charge daily, plus 420-mile full range. But don't take my word for it. You need to come in and test drive the Volt yourself. Visit us at 261 Elm Street in New Canaan or online at carldirect.com.
A Better View Window Cleaning Plus has been cleaning glass all over Connecticut for over 20 years. They also specialize in cleaning chandeliers, mirrors, skylights, tiles, and will power wash anything that needs cleaning. They hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and are fully insured and bonded. When you deal with the Better View, you're dealing with the best, not the rest. Call today for a free estimate, 203-284-8836, or visit them online, abetterviewcleaning.com.
You're watching the HAN Network, and you're not alone. Nearly 1 million people have watched our live sports, news, and entertainment programming since the network launched in August 2015. Advertise on the network that reaches Fairfield County, Connecticut's most engaged audience. Contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Welcome back to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop on the HAN Network. This Thursday, September 8th. Where did the summer go? It is fall, but we're still feeling the effects of a hot, dry summer, particularly on stretches of the Farmington River, which have been closed to fishing and will remain so until September 15th. We had a pre-scheduled trip up there with the guys from Fly Fishing Adventures with David Schumacher Photography. Thanks to David Schumacher for setting that up. And we went up and checked out the situation and found some fish, and some guys caught fish, and got a little update from one of the experts. Let's go up to the Farmington River. You never weighed this. It's never this. I mean, you can see on the bridge where the usual
Waterline
level is. Yeah.
What, 76 right now?
I don't even know. Find out back at Upcountry. But it is. I've never seen it this low. Tori, we're a few weeks into the DEEP closing of some of the areas of the Farmington River due to low water levels, high temperatures. Have you ever seen a situation like this?
I haven't seen them actually close off areas before. I mean, the water coming out of the dam's nice and cold, but if we get a warm summer, especially when the water's low, if you get...
You never weighed this. It's never this. I mean, you can see on the bridge where the usual
Water line.
level is. Yeah.
It's what, 76 right now?
I don't even know. Find out back in up country. But it is. I've never seen it this low. Tori, we're a few weeks into the DEEP closing of some of the areas of the Farmington River due to low water levels, high temperatures. Have you ever seen a situation like this?
I haven't seen them actually close off areas before. I mean, the water coming out of the dam's nice and cold, but if we get a warm summer, especially when the water's low, if you get too far below the dam, it does eventually warm up. But now this is a fairly extreme example this summer, but this has been an extreme summer.
How has it affected the businesses? Is this normally a busy time?
We're still fairly busy. I'm sure it's affected it at least a little bit. I mean, you can still, even during the hottest part, you could still fish the river. We were just sending people up closer to the dam where, the water, even right when they closed it off, the water coming out of the dam was still in the high 50s. You go up in Riverton in that upper section, you'd be hard-pressed to find a water temp above the, low or mid-60s at the highest. And, now that the weather has cooled off and we're getting nights in the 50s and days in the 70s, the upper river from the catch and release up is pretty good. In pretty good shape, other than the fact that the water's low.
So there were still places to fish, and there were still fish to be caught here, even with the temporary closure of some areas.
Absolutely. You just wanted to be careful about where you picked and when you fished. Mm-hmm.
And the situation expected to improve, even though we're not getting the storm that some expected. It's a little cooler out. We haven't had the 90s, 100-degree temperatures in a few weeks. So are we seeing some stabilization of temperatures, but we still need some rain?
That's very accurate, yeah. I mean, when I've taken temps recently, where I was getting temps in the low to mid 70s, if you got too far below the dam, now I'm seeing temps that aren't going beyond the upper 60s, which is, within the acceptable temperature limits for trout. Pretty much 70 is the cutoff. You want to stay 60s below. I mean, optimal would be, say, 50 to 65 is the absolute best temperatures for trout, but anything under 70 I'd say is okay.
So it's out there. It's just be careful, take care of the fish.
Exactly. I mean, now the water's only going to get cooler.
All right, get back in there. Get back in. He wants it.
Yeah. He's all hyped up about something. Let me try that stonefly.
It is big.
Trey, just keep that in the box for now. I like that.
I just don't know if it's heavy enough. Have you got split shot?
No.
Yeah, nor do I. Guess what we're buying.
I think we'll see it too. Especially if you got the gray ones. The silver.
There's also this. Again, I don't know how weighted that is. It's reasonably heavy. But it's got too much flash on it. I don't like that. I got Copper Johns here, but they got a lot of bling to their head. And then there's one. Split shot would be perfect for you. Here, for your next one, hold on to that.
Alright.
I'm just going to let it float. I'm just going to catch it in the hinge. He just drifted over top of him. He's where he was. Now he's circling. He's putzing around. I would almost cast more upstream and let it drift down. Oh, sit still. The stick is determined to give me away. That's the perfect drift. He's interested.
Shit. I don't know if he ate it or not.
I don't either. Wait till you feel a tug. I think you're pulling early.
Where'd he go?
He's right where he was. He didn't move.
Yeah, that was the perfect grip right there.
This one's right there. Just sit still. Wait till you feel him pull it.
Yeah. Oh, I nicked him.
He moved, but not far.
I don't know if I nicked him in the tail or if I nicked him actually in the mouth.
The fly disappeared, so it either drifted under him or he took it.
I felt the weight of it.
And now he's right back where he was.
I lost the fly.
Sit still.
Yeah, he's turning away from it. Yeah, I think.
Hey, Tristan,
Yep.
there's another one right here.
Oh, yeah.
Cast to that.
Yep.
Oh! You know what it is? Oh, sit still. Sit still. Because he went back at it. I think the gold is too flashy. Do you have anything with a black bead?
Right, listen, that gold.
It's the flash. He's
He's been in here probably a few years.
Yeah. Oh, he's going again. He swam under it. Let it sit. I think if you suspend it, he may not. Hold on. Not far. There's another one right by where you cast, I think. Unless it's, I can't tell.
Yeah, I saw that too. I don't know what it is.
Get our shadows out of play. You're good. Stay with it. He's still chasing it. And the other, that's actually, there's one still there. Is that the big one or is that a different one?
I had those 3 fish follow it up.
Yep. That's the right one. What is that?
Something I made random. Yeah, I'm on 6X with a size 2 streamer.
I got... Something's chasing it. Hold on. Slow down. He turned away. He's going for it. He's on top of it. He's chasing it. Oh, hold still. He's going for it. Come on, take it. He's right there. Headed upstream. Just to give a different presentation. You go.
Walk upstream?
You go upstream, cast it back past him. And then give him that presentation coming upstream. He's set up right straight from me. He's going for it. He was going for it. I think he's grown weary of us. No, he's not. You wore him out chasing it.
Yeah. First cast that caught us.
Well, he obviously wasn't chasing anything.
Yeah.
I can net him. Give me a second here.
Oh, he's running now. He's got
Hold on a second. The unclip.
saw you.
Yeah.
Too happy.
Sure he's not. It's a big rainbow.
Oh,
Snapped?
Yeah, no.
Shoot.
No. No snap.
Bent?
Came out.
You had him.
We have
It was a catch.
Yeah.
Got it on video. Yeah, there's guys I know that caddis is the only fly they use. The only one that one I don't think is one, but I've tied him with quick descent dub to give him a little flash. That one had almost no flash to it. But it's so clear and shallow here. I think the flash was the difference. I wish we had netted him, but we got him on film.
Yeah.
You caught him. He was a big bow.
Probably 18.
We'll have more from our visit to the Farmington last weekend on next week's Yankee Fisherman. Let's just say they didn't all get away. We'll be back to put a wrap on it on Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop on the HAN Network. Warm weather, light breezes, boats are in the water. There's no better place to celebrate summer than the Dock Shop. Whether in Darien at 51 Tokenique Road or Westport at 609 Riverside Avenue, the Dock Shop is where you'll find everything you need to kick off summer. From the latest summer apparel to the newest fishing tackle, the Dock Shop will help you get the most out of your next beach day or harbor cruise. At the Dock Shop, you'll find a wonderful selection of items made in the USA and right here in New England, all with a distinct nautical flair. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the coastal lifestyle, this is a unique place to shop. DockShop.com.
Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook. What's happening up in Hartford and what's trending in the Nutmeg State?
Join Kate Chaplinski
And Josh Fisher
on CT Pulse live Wednesdays at 12:30 to find out.
We talk to the leaders and newsmakers while breaking down the stories you should be paying attention to each week.
With the help of HAN's editorial cartoonist Doug Smith, we take a humorous look at the news of the week. We talk about everything you were told you should avoid bringing up in polite company.
CT Pulse, Wednesdays at 12:30 on the HAN Network.
Give your day a jumpstart with the latest news, sports, weather, and more on Coffee Break, live on the HAN Network, weekdays at 11 a.m. Connecticut news doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break.
I'm Frank Granito.
And I'm Donald Ing for the HAN Network.
Tune in to Nutmeg Sports Monday through Wednesday, where we bring you all the top stories for Connecticut sports.
From players and coaches' interviews to expert opinions with local sports editors, no one gets you closer to Connecticut's games than Nutmeg Sports.
Nutmeg Sports, Monday through Wednesday at 2 p.m. on the HAN Network.
Welcome back to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop on the HAN Network. John Kovach with you. A lot of fun out on the Farmington the other day. Like I said, we'll show more of that on next week's show, along with some more from our trip with Osearch. Some news, not all of it's great, but the outcome is good because NCON's been busy in this early fall marine fishing season. They've already had some big busts over the Labor Day weekend. On September 1st, they were patrolling Baldwin Bridge boat launch. Officer Blackwell observed someone casting a net to fish for bunker. That person had a summer flounder that was 11 inches, 5 striped bass between 10 and 12 inches, all of them small. The individual was issued a summons for multiple violations. The flounder was alive and was released, and the striped bass were left to be consumed by wildlife. So, busy day there. September 4th, 4 men were seen fishing from a private shore in Waterford on the Thames River. That area can only be reached by trespassing on the railroad tracks. They discovered that the men had 69 porgy, 37 of which were less than legal length, and 1 tog. That was what you just saw there. That was not in season. All of those fish were seized, left for wildlife. And Ruger, the dog that has been trained one of the dogs trained to sniff out illegal fish, on a rock jetty, found a guy with a plastic bin with 25 scup in it, 18 of them under the 10-inch minimum size. 2 fishermen received citations, and the undersized portion of the catch was donated to a raptor feeding, a raptor rehabilitation group to feed those. So kind of a cool job there. DEEP has 2 free Connecticut hunting and fishing days. This is where kids and adults can practice fly tying and casting, play a backyard fishing game. The first is Saturday, September 10th. That's at the Franklin WMA in North Franklin. The second, 2 weeks later, that's Saturday, September 24th, at Session Woods WMA in Burlington. ct.gov/DEEP/huntfishday for more information. You've got till a little later in the month to RSVP for the N.E. Bassin inaugural banquet. That's going to be at Anthony's Ocean View in New Haven, Tuesday, October 18th. A lot more on that at the New England Bassin Facebook page. On Tuesday the 20th, Sean Kelly from Orvis will be speaking at the Nutmeg TU meeting. That's at a new site this month, the original Vazzi's on Broadbridge Road in Bridgeport. Right off the Merritt, right off Route 8. It's where Bridgeport, Stratford, Trumbull, and Shelton all meet. It's a short cast from Monroe. Real convenient location. He's going to talk about nymphing. Should be a pretty good talk. We've got sports kicking off tomorrow in a big way here on the HAN Network. 2 football games this weekend to start the 2016 season. Trumbull visits Ridgefield. That's the first Friday night game of the week. Coffee break will get you started at 11 o'clock Friday morning live from Tiger Hollow. FCAC tailgate at 5:10. The Eagles and Tigers claw at each other starting just before 7 o'clock. Saturday, I'll be on the call with Frank Granito when the Danbury Hatters travel to Boyle Stadium to challenge the Stamford Black Knights. We're coming on the air at 1:10 for a 1:30 kickoff. And we'd be remiss to not wish tight lines and all the happiness in the world to Josh Fisher and Liz Skalka. They'll catch each other this weekend. Won't be any release in this one. That's going to do it for Yankee Fisherman. Till next week, tight lines.